There's 3 deer already out in the picked bean field, one of which literally just laid down. And she's facing me too. I mean, they're 130 yards out, but I still have another 10 yards to go to the stand, and then gotta climb up, obviously. Now there's about 10 deer and 25 turkeys that I gotta contend with. Well, I finally made it up into the slider stand, and I got in clean somehow. Got helped out a ton by a good 3-year-old buck. Came down the hill and kind of scattered those does and pushed them out of the field in the opposite corner. Got that one bedded doe up, and they worked their way off. And then all I had to worry about was all the turkeys, and they're all still out in the field. I actually had another group come from behind me and join them. Obviously, I wasn't as concerned about the turkeys, but you still don't like to spook them. You know, if they go acting nervous all the way back to where those deer are, make the deer nervous. It just always feels a lot better not spooking anything. And when you have that many turkeys, obviously it's a ton of eyes. One thing I've kind of learned or noticed with them is they almost always have their heads down or heads up at the same time. So when they put all their heads were down feeding, I'd take another step up the ladder and kind of watch them, and if any of them had their head up, there's usually multiple birds, I'd just wait, and then they'd all start feeding again and climb up. So it worked out, and they're just feeding around the field right now. But anyway, I'm back in the same spot that I was 2 nights ago, I guess it would be, when I saw that good buck. Had that good buck at 50 yards. And kind of similar to that hunt, I'm not expecting to see him, but I just figured with the right wind direction I should get back in this spot. We have an unbelievable cold front coming in tonight. It's supposed to start snowing here in a couple hours. We're supposed to get 4 to 8 inches of snow, and after that it's going to be blowing and brutally cold, like -30, -40 with the wind chill. It's already plenty cold right now, but it's only going to get worse. So hopefully those deer see that coming and come out and feed tonight. I can't imagine there's much food left in this field, but especially with 40-50 turkeys every night. But I don't know of any other food around, so hopefully they'll come pick out in this bean field a little bit, or I can catch them on the way going somewhere else. It'd sure be nice to see that buck again. down to my last few minutes here. Still got a few deer out in the field, so I'll probably wait a little bit, but I'm ready to get back to the truck and warm up a little bit. Overall, pretty good night. Saw, I don't know, 25 deer probably. Just no mature bucks, some solid young ones, a lot of does and fawns. But like I said earlier, I got that big cold front. Kinda it's gonna be brutal the next 2 or 3 days, so I'm not sure if I'll get out. Anxious to see how much snow we get, especially on a property like this. With no standing food, it might get interesting. I'll probably switch things up. Hopefully there's enough natural browse to keep these deer close, but might have to switch it up and find some other deer to hunt if these deer move out of here. Either way, gonna stay after it. Alright, it's December 24th, Christmas Eve, and I decided to sneak out and just sit for the afternoon here on my farm. This is my first late season sit here on the new farm. And it's such a cool setup, and it's just cool access where I can drop down and come right back up to it. It's cool having these cedar trees in front of it, kind of break it up a little bit. You can see a ton from this spot, but at the same time it's hidden from everything on the outside because it's a low spot where I plant these beans. So just a really cool setup. The weather, it's been crazy cold the last 2 days, like -30, -40, even -50 with the wind chill. Right now it's probably -25 or so. So definitely thankful for being inside a blind tonight. Obviously I don't do it too often, but it feels a lot more comfortable tonight than it would be out in a tree in this wind. So I'm excited to see what's kicking around, what the movement looks like. Like I said, first late season sit ever on this farm. I expect to see some deer. The conditions, you know, kind of force these deer to get up and feed with as cold as it is. It looks like there's plenty of beans left. I don't know of any shooters in here, more or less just kind of watching things, checking it out. There's one mature buck that I would shoot if he hadn't broke off one entire side. He's just a cool mature 8. I had pictures of him throughout the fall with both sides, but sometime in November he busted it off. He's been in here quite a bit lately, so I wouldn't be surprised if I see him. But other than that, just hoping to have a good night of deer movement. normally just close the window here for a second just to do a short interview, but this is pretty awesome being able to watch this many deer. I mentioned earlier, it's my first sit in here, so these are deer very comfortable. And I think I've pretty much seen every buck that I have pictures of. A lot of good young bucks, and that big mature half rack 8 is out here right now, about 70 yards. It's just been a steady parade watching them come in through here. There's still a few deer filtering out, but most of them came from the opposite direction I am in. I wasn't really sure what to expect, but I think they're bedding on that big south-facing hill slope right now, and they're working their way into the food. It's just so cool to watch this many deer, and you talk about those big mature bucks being just a different species, just watching him out there, that big half rack. He's the one that he just seems to pay attention a lot more. Always has his head up, checking around, making sure nothing is dangerous or anything. It's just cool to watch his body language in comparison to all the other deer. This deer in a really good spot right now for me to sneak out. I still got a good half hour left probably, so I'm gonna stick it out, but as long as those deer stay where they're at, I'll be able to sneak back down here and get back to the truck pretty much undetected, I think.